Hey, how's it going? I decided to start a little bit early. Got tired of waiting. So it's Friday. The wife and kids are in bed, or the kids are in bed. The wife is downstairs watching reruns of Gilmore Girls, drinking a cup of white wine or a glass of white wine, and let's uh, let's try it out. That's not true about the wife, but the kids are in bed. So today, what are we gonna do? Well, we're gonna sharpen an axe, and we're not gonna use a worksharp system. But first, let's get down to what's important. So I put a link down in the description below. My buddy Aaron, he's in the Washington National Guard. He's a medic. He's was just diagnosed with brain cancer and had emergency surgery, so he's going to be out of work for a little while. We hope he's going to make a recovery, but they found a tumor and now they have to operate. So he has a GoFundMe set up for him and his wife is expecting their first kid. He's young, great guy. He'd give you the shirt off his back, and that's why he's a medic. So if you got time and you got a buck or two, you can send his way. I put a link in the description here, this live stream. So please, I would really appreciate it. And if you can't, that's okay. If you could, just please say a prayer. I would really appreciate it, and so would Aaron and his family. So it's Friday night. We made it through another week, didn't we? Well, so tonight we're going to kick back. Tonight's beverage is a Bemidji Brewing Oktoberfest. It's bready, herbal, and festive. Or is that festive? All right, let's try it out here. Crack open a cold one. Hopefully, I'll give you a minute so you can crack one open too. That's not half bad. And it wouldn't be Friday night. Had a rough week at work, so we're going to enjoy ourselves a Liga Privada T52. Already notch cut, so we're going to fire this sucker up and we'll enjoy this. So if this bothers you, the smoke, I apologize in advance if it gets in your way. I don't want to put a fan on. But hey, it's Friday night. It's just us hanging out in the shop. And there we go. Just like that. That's not bad. It's a cheap little gas station torch lighter, a torch blue. So what are we going to do tonight? We had this Gerber pack hatchet. So I actually have another one of these. I really like this one. I really like the one I have. I have it in my truck, and I just wanted something to keep in my wife's car. We like to go on adventures, campouts. I like to build bonfires and cook s'mores. So it's just handy to have. Just something real simple. It's pretty lightweight. It's heavy duty. It's full tang. You can see that it does come with a sheath. It has a little bit of a handle on it. Not sure why this is in there upside down, but let's give it a shot there. I think one of my kids got at it. We'll set this stuff off to the side. All right. Here we got it. It's got kind of a matte finish, as you can see. It's got a nice handle for choking up on it. Gerber logo. It's got kind of a rubberized handle, place to put a lanyard. But yeah, I really like mine. You can get them real sharp. So let's sharpen it. And what are we going to use tonight? Worksharp, right? No, not this time. People are telling me I should give the Lansky a try. Well, I know I can sharpen this kind of thing on a Worksharp, one of those benchtop grinders. It's pretty easy. I can use the electric one if I needed to. But let's get the Lansky out and set it up. So Lansky has this plastic base. I don't like it, so we're going to put that off to the side. I did get a metal base for it. I got all kinds of Lansky accessories here. Like I said, I really wanted to give it a shot. I was hoping it would work. I just haven't had a lot of success with it, but maybe the pressure of a live stream will help me out. So I got this Lansky sharpening metal base. And this is the 5-stone diamond system. I'll put a link to this sucker down in Amazon if this is kind of your thing, if you like this. Real compact. There's also a ceramic version. So this is kind of a combination between some ceramic and diamond here. And then I got the sapphire stone right here, the super fine, whatever they call it. And of course the leather strap. Got a couple extra of these here. Haven't needed them. Then it comes with a toothbrush so you can clean it off. And I have used this before. Just don't use it very often. So use this guy here. I'm sure we're going to have to loosen it all the way. Grab ourselves a Phillips head screwdriver in case we need it. And we'll put that in roughly centered. I think we want to center on this part. Again, I've never sharpened a. That's not too bad. Never sharpened an axe on the Lansky system. So I'm not sure if we're going to be putting this away and getting out the worksharp. Sharpen it down. I think that's a pretty good hold. I don't know, you guys are Lansky files. If you like the Lansky, how does this look? Seems pretty secure to me. I see a problem though. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, that's not going to work. Well, I got an idea. Here, I got this 2x4 right here. We'll just mount this sucker on a 2x4. Grab a drill. This is the Milwaukee M12 installation driver. This is just a super handy thing to have. I mean, I use it for all. It comes with a couple different attachments. We'll save that for another video, but let's just drill this down in there. Hopefully that'll give us enough weight, and enough balance that we don't lose the hatchet. Let's see how this works now. Oh, there we go. All right. So I think we can work with that. What do you guys think? So I think we'll go through all the grits. I think, I don't know what this edge is at. It just came out of the box. So let's start with an extra course. Why not, right? So we'll get this here. Oh, can't let the cigar go out. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Put the cigar down here. And this is the extra coarse diamond. So it says 25 up here and 30. But man, I don't know. It might stick out too far for the Lansky. I'm not sure. Let's try something here. Might have to freehand this sucker. I don't know. See how this works. Yeah, see, I think, what do you guys think? Kind of see how that meets the angle. I think that would be okay. I think that's okay. There you go. I think we'll be okay with that. Again, not 100% sure, but let's grab ourselves a Sharpie. So just kind of see how we're looking with this edge. We'll give it a couple swipes. An extra course. Make pretty quick work of this Sharpie. That way we can check our work, make sure we're getting the whole edge. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell. You have to trust me on that one. It is Sharpied. So, yeah, so how was your week? Do anything fun? Another puff of this stogie. This is a delightful cigar. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Sorry about that. Thought I had a chat. No such luck today. All right. So let's put this in the 30. A little crooked, I think, because the handle is giving it a little bit of off balance, but I don't think that's going to matter as long as I'm in planer with this. And, oh, shoot, I don't remember if I pull or push on the Lansky. Anybody know? Want to throw it in the chat? I'm going to try push. What do you guys think? It's removing material, that's for sure. Let's see what we got here. We've got a couple passes on there, not a lot, but the whatchamacallit, the Sharpie's still intact, so there's no change in the Sharpie amount. This might be a lot slower process than I thought. I hope you're buckled in for a long live stream. Here we go. I'm not sure that's supposed to happen. Again, I'm not a Lansky guy, so hopefully one of you guys can bail me out. Seems like this is an awful lot of movement in this wire here. I feel like I'm just destroying this axe. That's all right. I got to work sharp. Ye of little faith, right? Oops, we gotta go with 30. Take a break here for a second. Just see what we got. So we've made quite a few passes here. You can kind of see. I think I mangled the end there, but you're seeing I got a nice even line of Sharpie there and a nice even line of shiny. So I think we're on the right track. The axe isn't, or the hatchet isn't moving at all inside the sharpener. So let's go a couple more here. We'll swap sides. Whoops. Let's see what we got here. And I think we're still on the right track. It's pretty even. The Sharpie is pretty even on line across there. So I'm going to take a little bit off the other side. I don't know if you can see this, but it does seem like the stone is canting a little bit on this left side when I come around. So I'll have to be mindful of that because it looks like it's starting to round it off a little bit. But again, this is a pack hatchet. This isn't a high performance Ferrari, but I do like sharp tools. So let's try on this side here. Let's get our Sharpie out. Do that again. Yep. It's got a nice Sharpie line on there. So we'll go back to the 30 and try it again. Yeah, I feel it canting over like that. I think I'll just have to be real careful. So if you're checking out this YouTube video on how to do a Lansky, this is probably a better tutorial on how not to do a Lansky sharpener. Again, I have no experience with this thing other than just a couple of knives. I've never done an axe on there. But just like before, I think we're doing all right. We got a nice shiny line. It's very even. Still have an even Sharpie edge right there. So I think we're not going to destroy this hatchet today. So far, knock on wood, right? We'll give some more passes. Take a couple more puffs off the cigar. This Liga Privada has a amazing amount of smoke, and you can see I got the matching Liga Privada ashtray. Thanks, buddy. Got that as a gift when I was stationed down in Washington. I was on the USS John C. Stennis. I was on a couple other ships out of there, but that was the last one I was on. It's an aircraft carrier. I also was on 2 other aircraft carriers. Well, I was on the same aircraft carrier twice. I was on the USS Abraham Lincoln twice. But I've been on everything from submarines to aircraft carriers. If you ask me my favorite ship to be on, it's actually one of the LSDs. It's a amphibious assault ship with the Marines. That was my favorite. I just really liked my time there. I mean, I like my time on all my ships, but that was definitely my favorite. My first ship, though, you never forget your first, right? My first ship as an officer was the USS Hawes. It's a frigate. It's been decommissioned. I'm not sure if it was scrapped or sold to the Turks, but that was an incredible ship too. Just a great time, great crew, great wardroom. Wardroom's what you call the cadre of officers on board. I didn't start out as an officer. I actually started out enlisted. I was a 3rd class petty officer. I was a nuclear electronics technician. So it's kind of where I first started tinkering. It was learning how to solder, learning how to repair radars, and learning how to operate a nuclear reactor. I think this is going well here. Much better than I thought it would be. Just takes a long time. Glad we started with the extra coarse. Part of me just wanted to refine the edge with a fine, and then go to medium fine, then extra fine, extra fine. Let's take a look how we're looking here. Let's wipe this off a little bit. All right, so there's our first side. And again, we got just maybe 2 millimeters. And here we're about the same. I think we need to take a little bit more off of this back side here. We'll call it the back side. We'll call this the front side. How's that? That was on the USS Ashland, LSD 48. And that was just a blast. So if any of my Ashland shipmates are watching, reach out. Love to talk to you. We had some good times. I'm not pushing very hard on this. Pushing real light. Well, we're getting a workout here. I have to switch hands. That way it'll feel like somebody else is sharpening. Yeah, so if you're tuning in on a Friday night watching me sharpen knives, I thank you. Really appreciate it. You didn't have to do that. But that's good beer. didn't have to do that. I really do appreciate it. I'm just sharpening a axe anyway, so if anybody want to jump on and chat, they can do that. Kind of a night owl anyway, so. Oof. Take another look here at the back side. Yeah, you can see I'm sharpening or scratching the heck out of this. I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah. So maybe not the best method if you want to protect that blade. I might have to polish that. I don't think it'll matter. I don't think it'll rust. But yeah, we're getting down quite a bit more. I think we still did better on this side so far, so we'll keep working on the back side. Yeah, I like having it on this board. I could probably clamp this board down, but it doesn't seem to be moving much on me, so I think we're good. I'll fix this here. And we're still in the extra course if you're keeping score at home. Oof. That one went sideways on me. Sorry, I see the Sharpie line is a little thicker back here, so I got to work that edge a little more. Didn't mean to bump the camera. Get you seasick. That's one thing I never got. I never got seasick. Other times where you're walking on the walls, especially on the smaller ships like the frigates, you know, they did have the Perry class frigates did have stabilizers, so they had a fairly smooth ride for their size. But I never got seasick. Just not. I've gotten car sick before, but never seasick. I almost want to just grab the worksharp, honestly. But I know we're just putting a new edge on this thing, so you know I'll make a note on here in the sheath. I usually put a little. Oh, I'll take take a white magic marker and write 30 on there. Oh, it's kind of irrelevant because if I don't sharpen on the Lansky next time, I'll have to find the angle again. But we'll see. Oops, we're getting a little sideways there. I think. Yeah, there we go. Now we're even with the other side. Let's switch back here. Can't feel anything yet. I mean, obviously, because it doesn't look like I've gone to the edge yet. So we still don't have an edge sharpen. We're still taking away metal here on the, just getting the edge where we want it. Oops. almost want to get a file just to take off some of this and make it a little quicker. I bet you can't time lapse on a live stream, right? Oh, this is looking pretty good. I got a little bit of Sharpie down here I want to take care of. If you're just tuning in, you're watching a guy who doesn't know how to use a Lansky. Use a Lansky. So this is a pretty good how not to tutorial. Yeah, I think if you can see that, I'll get it closer in there for you. Focus. You kind of see there's still a little bit of Sharpie on this side. Same here. I think we're still pretty even. We'll work on this front side just a few more strokes, I think. By a few more strokes, I mean another 45 minutes. But I think we're getting close. Still a lot of Sharpie down here. I think I need to get that. Focus on that area for a minute. Oof. Oofda, as they say here in Minnesota. Yeah, that's starting to look a lot better. All right, so my confidence in the Lansky's abilities is going up here. I think if I were to do this on the worksharp, it would probably take me just as long. And I don't have a 30-degree bevel indicator or bevel guide, so I'd probably do it at 25. That might take even longer. Yeah, I think we're on track here. Maybe this shouldn't have been our first thing we sharpened, right? Yeah, I think we're ready to go back to the front. A few more passes. I'm starting to feel it on the edge, a little bit of a burr. You can kind of see there's spots where there's no Sharpie. Over here, I think I got rid of most of the Sharpie. Just a little line right down here. We'll hit that again. There. Uh-oh. I'm yakking too much and sharpening too much. We gotta relight. What do you think? Oops. Cardinal sin. So any other cigar smokers out there? And just a celebratory cigar every now and again after a long week. I like the Liga Privada. I think we still got to work on this side. For some reason, I'm not kind of skipping it, I guess. We're getting there. We're getting a little too aggressive here. Ooh. Nope. Okay, we're good. All right. Let's try the backside just one more time. Getting close. I can sense it. So hey, thanks for joining. We're just out here sharpening some knives, hanging out, having a cigar and a beer. First time using the Lansky, and just decided I'd go big or go home, right? So we're sharpening a hatchet, putting a new edge on it. I'm not a Lansky guy, so, but I think we're there. What do we got here? Yep, so I think that looks good. I think we're ready for the next grit here. Let me re-sharpify this sucker. And we'll get our next grit. So we just put on the Sharpie so we can tell when we remove material. What do we got here? Coarse diamond. So this one was the extra coarse diamond. Now we're going to go with the coarse diamond. Oh, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's like butter compared to the other one. What, Lansky? Are you kidding me? Yeah, so Lansky, folks. You know, I said I like worksharp better. Now look at that quality control there. We might have to do an on-the-fly repair here. Let me grab some super glue. Live television, folks, is how it goes. So I did not plan for that. So what we'll do is we'll just do a couple dots of super glue on there. This is Tight Bond wood adhesive, but that's the super glue I got. And it'll be quick. Throw this back in there. There we go. And then I got this accelerator. So we can move on with our day. How's that for quick thinking, huh? All right, so this coarse diamond, again, is probably how it goes with the Lansky's. Much easier, much smoother. Not removing as much material, but you can kind of see the Sharpie line is almost already gone. So it's taken away quite a bit of material, still leaving that edge. We got to get down to that edge here. If I need to go back to the extra coarse, I can. I am not a Lansky authority. This is really the first big thing I've ever sharpened on it. But so many of you suggested that I try it, I figured Let's go for it. Let's embarrass ourselves in front of everybody and do it live. But hey, it's Friday night. So hopefully you got a nice beer, drinking a Bemidji Oktoberfest, right here in Bemidji, Minnesota. I'm not in Bemidji, but Bemidji's about an hour here away from here. Maybe an hour and 20 minutes. But that's delightful. And we're smoking a Liga Privada T52. So let's go for it again. And we got a little bit more Sharpie down here to get rid of. All right, the front side. We got the little knob there. Let's do the back side here. If you're keeping score at home, we got to put some Sharpie on here. There we go. Happy little trees, happy little Sharpie. And we put this up here and just like that, presto changeo, the Sharpie's disappearing. If you can see very well. But got a lot of Sharpie at the corners. I'm still having trouble calibrating myself with the corners. We want to get all those big scratches out from the extra course. Oops. And I got quite a bit of Sharpie down here, so I'm going to hit that again. Yep, a little bit more. I got a muskie fishing trip coming up here in about a week and a half, so I might take this guy with me. Like I said, I have another one of these. I have the tan handle, but I got another one to throw in my other car. Because you never know, you're going to have to tell lies and cut down cherry trees. There we go. I think that's looking good. All right, I'm just wiping it on my hands, as one does, as is tradition. Yeah, so I'm not real happy with what the Lansky's done to the blade. And of course, that could just be me being a meathead, but it's kind of left quite a scratch pattern there. So let's go back to the course here for just another couple passes. We started, of course, with the extra course. And now we're just in the course, of course. Whoops. Maybe I've had too much of this Bemidji Brewing Oktoberfest. What are you guys drinking? Anything fun tonight? Let's see here. And the other side. Yeah, hit those corners a little more. All right. I think that does it for the course and the extra course courses. So now we're going to go with the not as coarse medium, of course. So we just kind of stick that in there. We tighten down the thumb screw. Hopefully this one doesn't fall out on us. In case you missed it, Lansky has to work on some quality control. The stone fell out of the other one, so we just did a quick super glue and activator, accelerator repair, and we were back in business. So super easy, barely an inconvenience. And got this Liga Privada T52. After a tough week at work, let's soothe the savage beast. All right, let's try this medium stone. Of course, we got to touch up with the Sharpie. A, because I don't know what I'm doing, so this really helps as a visual indicator. And B, because it just makes it easier for you to see how bad I'm screwing up. Just a touch. All right. If you're wondering why there's a 2x4 here, this thing, this axle is a little bit too big. So I just took the base, and it has some screw holes in here, so I just made a quick mount just to give me a little bit better balance here so it didn't fall down. I'm sure you can mount this to a workbench. Maybe that's what they had in mind when they put the holes there, but it really helps. Oh, this medium glides a lot better. Then we're going to get all the scratches out from the course and the extra course. Oops. I'll probably try to make a long form video out of this. I'm awful at video editing. You probably know that. If you've seen this channel before, you know that editing is not my strong suit. My VCR is still blinking 12 o'clock, and yes, I still have a VCR. But hey, life skill, right? I'm actually pretty happy with how this medium turned out here. There may be some hope left. I kind of abandoned this and thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to finish the live stream and then I'm going to worksharp, but you might be able to make this work. Let's take a look at this here. Now wipe it off on our pants. And we got a nice good edge there. And so you're starting to see it shine. I don't see a whole lot of lighting here is awful. Also, in addition to not knowing how to video edit, I also don't know how to shoot video. So it's just a double whammy. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think we're ready to switch to the back side on this medium grit. Of course, we'll grab our trusty Sharpie. Two things about Sharpies. A, they're delicious. And two, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. All right, here we go. The reason why I'm working on this is just the Sharpie's not going away. So I still got some issues with that corner down there and this corner up here. I'm not pushing very hard. It's a little different. You can't just let the tool do the work because there's not much weight there. I don't think it would be very effective. So you do have to put a little bit of pressure on there. I'm trying to keep it fairly even across the stroke so I get good, consistent scratches all the way across. And it seems to be working. Yeah, I think not quite sold on the Lansky yet, but we're only 44 minutes into this sucker, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so let's give you a look here so you can see what I got. Again, not real pleased with the scratches on the blade from that extra coarse stone, but you know, we got looks pretty decent for being on the medium grit. You can see there. Again, I don't know if this is how this thing's designed. We kind of got this thing hanging on by a wing and a prayer there. But it's working so far, and we're making do. That's what we do here. We do stuff. We have fun. What do we got? That was the medium, so I'm guessing this is the fine diamond. Which the next one is the Neil diamond. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the fine, extra fine diamond. Got the cigar and beer. Oh, we forgot the Sharpie. There's happy little trees. Oh, we got a comment. Let's see what David Pac-Man says. Hey, David, how you doing? I believe the rod and stone should be in the same plane. That is correct. You are absolutely right. And A, I'm dumb. But the problem is, and I'll show you, because maybe you can help me out here. When I do that, I'll do it in front of the computer, not the camera. When I do that, it's too far away. and it seems like it doesn't get the yeah, I did that initially, and it just kept getting jerked around there. So let's try that. David, you're a genius. Thanks, buddy. And again, I don't know. This might be too far away from the center because I got this guy just in there, and I definitely don't know if this was designed to sharpen this guy like a stone would. Because normally you take the axe stone, round axe stone, or a file, and that works just fine for me. But yeah, we got this kind of coplanar now. I think that's probably better. And I think the reason why I got pushed all the way in that last stone was because, well, I'm an idiot. I just asked my wife, and B, I have no idea what I'm doing with this Lansky, and C, I was just pushing too hard, I think, with those coarse ends. Of course, I'm removing a ton of material because there just needs to be one more up here for an axe, but 30 is all I got, so kind of going with it. But thank you. It's awesome. That's moving a lot easier. Let's see what we got there. Wipe it on the pants and put it in front of the camera. So yeah, it definitely changed the angle. It gave me a lot nicer angle. You can kind of see there's still some Sharpie up here, a little line of Sharpie near the backside. And I think that's because David was right. I had it down too far. It wasn't coplanar. So now it seems like I'm getting much closer to the edge, which is kind of what we want to sharpen. So, all right. Wonder how many other guys on YouTube are just doing shit or doing stuff and have no clue what they're doing, and we all think it's gospel. Don't ever listen to what I say. That's again, that's what my wife always says. She must be right. She tells me she is, at least. And honey, if you're one of the 2 people watching, I'm only joking. And if you're not one of the 2 people watching, I'm totally serious. Yeah. All right, we got to give a big shout out to David. This is working so much easier. Taking too big of strokes. That's the story of my life here. I'm not even having problems in the corner anymore. That seemed to have fixed all my issues. Yeah, I should have read the instructions. My wife was right again. I'm going to hit this side, both these sides again, see if I can undo some of the damage I did with the medium stone. Oh, yeah. You guys even see? I don't know if I even have the angle right. Or the camera, at least. It's kind of a balance. I have to be able to work, but then I have to be able to show you guys what's going on. So I'll figure it out one of these days. Just recorded a 3D printing video earlier. I'm not sure if anybody's into 3D printing, but I'm mostly a practical 3D printing guy. I do stuff for the shop. So I think maybe if there's somebody out there that's on the fence about getting a 3D printer, I might help you convince your wife or your husband. Yeah, I think this is looking much better. I'm starting to see the burr at the edge. Yes. All right. Now we went to the fine diamond. What did we say? It was the Neil diamond? The ultra fine. Whoa, we went right from fine to ultra fine? That's crazy. You think there'd be like an extra fine or a little bit more fine. But we'll do what do what David suggested, and we'll make sure that they're planar with each other. Push that down. Oh, you can't see. So I'm just trying to make sure that the bar is even parallel, not parallel, but even coplanar with the stone. So when you set it down, it's in line. I'll put it on a flat table here. Yep, there we go. And then we'll get our Sharpie back out. Grab the cigar. There we go, man. Went out again on me. Well, David, I appreciate it. I got the beer and I got the cigar. And I got a whole fridge full of them, so we'll see how long this takes us. And I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, well, it's definitely a lot finer. You can kind of see here, it's not removing a lot of the Sharpie, just kind of smudging it a bit. So that's we went from fine to ultra fine. So I'll have to do a little bit of research, see if there's a step in between, because you know what comes after ultra fine? Sapphire super fine. So of course it does. And then we got the leather stropping stone, which I haven't used yet, but we'll give it a shot. This axe is only going to be about 3 inches long by the time we're done with it here. It'll be a toddler axe. Or a pocket axe, not a pack axe. A lot of smoke there. So we're make sure we're still in line here. Yeah, so I got some project videos planned. I mostly do woodworking. So I got a nice wood shop here, but right now I share a garage with I got 6 kids, so I got 6 bikes in here, 4 hockey bags, scuba gear, all the kids' yard toys. There's a Power Wheels thing, a tricycle in here, some little tyke stuff. Just a 2-car garage, plus it's got my shop. So I'm kind of relegated to this little workbench here, at least until I get I got a classic car. I got a 67 Mustang I've had for almost 20 years. That's 17 years. Well, I put that in storage for the winter here. Can't really drive it in Minnesota in the winter, so I'll put it in storage, and that's when woodworking season starts. Then all I have to share the garage with is a couple of sleds, some ice fishing gear, and that's it. So I have at it usually around the end of October. I got a musky fishing trip